Lima Pallet's a family-owned business. We've been in business a little over 40 years. It started out of the back of a garage. My father and mother started it. I was in high school at the time, always wanted to be a school teacher, went off to Rhodes State College for about 2 quarters when I got the phone call to come back that the business started growing rather rapidly. So I ended up quitting school and came back and worked for the family business. Several years ago, I was approached by the Allen Corrections if I had ever thought about hiring people, giving them a second chance. And these were people that they were part of the Worth Center, so about a year before they were ready to be released, they wanted to get them acclimated back into society. So we gave it a try, and gosh, that's probably been almost 20 years ago, and it worked out really, really well. We found out, they were so appreciative. Great employees, especially when they're still in prison, because this was their escape to get out. They were always on time. We had buses bringing them back and forth to work. They never left at break time. They never missed a day, but even if they were sick, they came to work. So they ended up being great employees. 3-4 years ago, we started a program where I try to teach budgeting to them. We have papers they can fill out, and we actually are starting to sign them up with bank accounts. I'm working with a local bank. We get free checking accounts for these guys, so they have no fees for checking accounts. They give them a debit card for free too, and we're teaching them, how credit is so important, so that eventually they can buy a home, or they can buy a car, they can buy the things. One other thing that I did find out too is felons a lot of times cannot get housing. Most apartment complexes won't rent to a felon, especially if it's a recent felon, no matter what it is. It could be something very, very small, but they will not rent to them. So about 2 years ago, I started buying up mobile homes, and we actually have purchased our first house. So what I also try to do here, once again, try to give them some self-esteem or their self-worth, that when you work hard for something, that you do reap the benefits. So I have 3 mobile homes. I have 1 house that we now have employees that have been here for a while. I pay cash for them. They pay me back. It comes right out of their paycheck. And eventually they will all be homeowners.
That's basically what's turned my life around. I've been able to get my own cars. I've got a couple cars now. I've got my own house, and it's been all through Lima Pallet is the reason why I've got all that. If it wouldn't have been for that, I would probably be out in the streets doing drugs, or I would be in prison right now.
I'm just a firm believer, that when you invest in people and you can help lift people up, and that's what I tried to do here at Lima Pallet, is we just try to lift people up, try to get them to the next level. If we can get them off the welfare system, if we can get them to where they can be productive citizens, that is my goal at Lima Pallet.